Being in a relationship with someone who is self-centered can feel like you got cast as a day player in a feature film.
Sure, we're all self-centered, but when your partner makes every scene about themselves, it turns your relationship into a one-man show.
That's when loneliness creeps in, resentment rises, and then you feel trapped in a relationship called the me show. It's just not starring you.
And did you know resentment is one of the leading causes of separation in couples?
That's because people turn away from each other to get their needs met. That's icy.
Hi, we're Jeff and Ellen, your friendly neighborhood relationship nerds, helping you turn solo dramas into romantic comedies.
And today we're going to talk about how to identify self-centeredness in your partner and how to gently guide them back to teamwork. Hey, baby.
Hey, honey.
Here we are.
Here we are. Ooh, what'd you bring?
I got some chocolate chips.
Ooh, those are my favorite kind.
Yeah.
You know what I like about them? 3 ingredients. Simple. Yeah, they're good. They're a good chocolate hit, and I like their dark chocolate chips, chocolate chunks.
Yeah.
It's actually good. Thank you for bringing those.
It satisfies the craving rather than having a whole cookie.
Yeah.
You know, it's good enough to get you through. Just
Yeah.
something simple. So, okay.
Love it. Today I want to talk about self-centeredness. When you are dealing with someone who is self-centered.
This is epidemic in like all social media.
I do think, especially Western cultures, we do breed self-centeredness and individualism, and it is problematic in relationships of all kinds.
Yeah.
And so that begs the question that I get over and over again, which is there hope? Can you do something?
Can you convert?
Yeah, a self-centered. Yeah, can I get a relationship where I can feel seen and heard and more partnership? And it doesn't have to be romantic. I mean, you can have a self-centered boss. It's parents, siblings, colleagues, friends. Self-centeredness abounds. So I have a client that I'm thinking of that I want to talk about, but I want to set up why I picked this client. I think they show a side of self-centeredness that isn't obvious, and that is the smiley. It can seem really happy, polite, pleasant, wants to be a good person, self-centered individual. Oftentimes we think of self-centered as someone who is overbearing. They are they're very overt, taking the spotlight, dominant in their personality, loud. And it's obvious that, that person is self-centered. To meet this person, you would say, oh my God, this person is so nice. They're very thoughtful. They seem very caring. And so what are you talking about, Ellen? How could you say they're self-centered?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, so this particular client has had a series of relationships that have all come and gone. And the one similar theme, and this is what they're noticing now and what's brought them into sessions with me, is they see, hey, I'm the common denominator, but I don't understand. I think I'm such a caring person. What they are beginning to realize, though, is how much they quietly control and manipulate the relationship. Their gestures of doing nice things often has a motivation of serving themselves.
Yeah, and so with a smile on their face, they are like they're the sun, and everyone else is sort of like a satellite in that solar system.
Yes, exactly.
And it's a smiley sun. It's really nice.
Generous sun. I'm going to share my heat, my light.
Yep.
Yep.
To help clarify when you're seeing past the smiley nice behavior is this self-centeredness, especially if you're in a relationship with these people, is to see self-centeredness on a spectrum.
Yeah.
And so between Ellen and I, in our relationship, there's blue, and she brings green. And health means that there's a mix of both colors.
Right.
But if it's all blue and if it's all the Jeff show, whether it's nice or not, Ellen is always feeling a sense of lack. Like, when does it get to be green?
Yeah.
When do I get the microphone? When do I get to influence the agenda? When do I get to have the spotlight, the attention on my...
When does my energy get to be part of the makeup of this equation? As much as I love blue, appreciate the blue, lovely colors of blue, I bring green. And I want a chance to influence and add green to the mix.
So if you feel like you're wanting and lacking the energy of influence in your relationship, and you always feel like you're getting pushed to the side as a satellite, then that's sort of like a little clue for you to know that, hey, this is, there's not enough me in the we.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
You know me, I like a good rhyme.
Yeah. There's not enough me.
In this we.
In this we.
Love it. And so while it's, can be obvious when you're with someone who's taking that light, it can be less obvious, or you can feel like you're being really difficult or demanding because this person's being really nice or thoughtful, and in their quiet way, you still feel like it's all about them.
Yeah, because it's not the exact one behavior. It's that thematically.
Yes.
Is this happening all the time?
So some ways that you might see this are, I might start talking about me. So you say, I'm having this issue, or this came up for me. And you know what, and then, or now you're giving me the advice, and this is what you need to do, Ellen. And it's all done from a sense of wanting to help and be a good friend or a good partner.
But it's making sure that it's clear in the reality that you're the damaged goods, and I'm not. And I can show up as the savior because it's me show. It's me.
And then it's I'm offering up my energy, and it's like you're taking my energy and running with it, rather than it be this give and take. Like, hey, I'm offering this up to discuss. You can comment, and then maybe inquire, ask a question, a little more me, a little more of you, a little more me, a little more of you. And instead it's like you're just taking my energy.
A drain, the vampire energy of that.
Yes.
Where in the shared reality infinity of energy, that every time that you're adding and I'm adding, it grows in the energy between us, so that, and those relationships you have when after being with those people, you're like, I had a really great time. I feel good about myself. Like, I feel really full and like full of life, and like, what a great experience it was. Whereas with these people, you feel drained.
Yeah.
I'd rather just find my own alone space, whether it's if it's your partner, finding your own room, or if it's with a friend or roommate, like you just got to find another location just to stop the bleeding of your energy. And so let that be more your indication of like, oh, this might be a little too much self-centeredness on the other person's part. And I feel like I'm being drained by them, not added to.
Yes.
So, but what we're not saying is, hey, we're going to throw these people under the bus.
And we're going to vilify them all, because self-centeredness is actually a natural part of our makeup and our nervous system. And it is part of a mechanism that many use to protect themselves from feeling hurt in life, and to negotiate some of the harder things in life that we don't get taught how to negotiate.
So how do you get someone who is so focused on self to give attention to others in the relationship so that there's more balance?
So I think the first thing is, when you're dealing with someone who's self-centered, don't assume they don't want to know. Sometimes the assumption is that self-centered people are so into themselves that they don't want to hear feedback. They're just going to shut you down.
That's a really good point.
So don't assume that. Actually, a lot of times self-centered people don't realize the impact that they're having on other people, especially in the case that we talked about today, where they think that they're very altruistic, that their actions are benign,
that they're very giving,
giving and really helpful. So sometimes they're actually surprised.
They're not bad people. They're just unaware. They may not know what they're doing, and so it may not be maliciousness that your partner is doing this to you. It's just they may not be aware.
And don't assume if they have a bad reaction to it or get defensive that it means they're not willing to change, because there's a couple components. One, it's how you bring it up. If you bring it up, very accusingly, defensively, argumentatively,
in the moment as it's happening, not going to go over really well.
And so it might be how you send the message. But if you send the message and you start with a positive intent,
I would say before positive, make sure you're not bringing it up in the argument.
Yeah, right.
Like pick a moment to say, hey, can we talk about yesterday? So that in a place when you're both calm and centered and kind of grounded, and then bring up a recent past event, not in the moment when you're both triggered. So I think the next point is that when you bring it up, bring up the topic first. That I like to talk about us being teammates. And specifically, how we share the microphone
or share the spotlight
in our relationship. Yeah.
And from there, you'll actually get to see and have a sense of what's happening. Sometimes it's really painful for them because the self-centeredness is a protection mechanism. So sometimes that first bit of feedback comes with an ouch. So don't be dismayed if they start to react or they start to withdraw. It's okay, give them a little bit of space, but don't let the conversation go. If you need a timeout, you need to pause the conversation to think about it, do so. But then make sure you come back and you say, we can take a break from talking about this, but I don't want to drop this. Yeah. This is important to me because it's about us and our connection.
I think that's the key thing. This topic is important for us and our connection. So there's a what's in it for me and what's in it for you. That's why we have this conversation. I think when speaking from your perspective, to say, I'm feeling left out, as opposed to, you're a jerk. That won't go well when we focus on labeling, pointing fingers, but to say, I felt left out. Now, you may be wrong about many things, but you won't be wrong about how you feel. And that's a nice, clear, mini ouch moment maybe for them to hear that their actions are causing a negative impact on you.
This leads me, though, to one other little caveat in talking about dealing with self-centered people. So the other part of the question is and we talked about earlier, is when do you walk away? When is it not healthy? When do you stop trying and you recognize I'm dealing with someone who is on the other end or closer to the extreme end of self-absorption, that it's actually not healthy for me. As a matter of fact, it's the opposite. It could even be harmful for me. Yeah. And you'll know because when you bring it up, they will not only will they not be receptive, it'll be turned back on you as though your request is ludicrous.
And if your reality is starting to come in question, yeah.
And so that's really where self-centeredness is a problem for the relationship.
Red flag.
Yeah. Anyone who's willing to say you're right and own some of it and take some level of responsibility
is a working partner. Yeah.
And if not,
yeah, it may be time to call in questions. So just thematically, when you look at your relationship, how often does this happen? Once or twice? Okay. But if this keeps happening time and time again, and you've brought this up to them time and time again,
and there's no ownership, no apology, no sense of responsibility, no change in behavior, then you might be looking at something a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
Did this video hit home?
Maybe a little too close to home?
Then subscribe to our channel and make sure you watch this next video.
Because maybe it's you who's a little too self-centered.
Thanks for watching.